Ever wish you could just hit fast forward on the boring parts of work? Skip to those awesome results.
Yeah, like getting to the fun part immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what has me so fired up about this O1 model from OpenAI.
Right.
We're talking about getting like 80% of your work done crazy fast. And that's what we're diving into today, how it all works and what's in it for you.
Time is money, as they say.
It really is.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something you don't like doing. Why not have an AI do it?
Sign me up.
Right. The source material of this got me so excited. It's a really cool piece from AI on AR, all about this O1 model from OpenAI. You know me, I'm not a coder by any stretch.
A self-proclaimed technophobe.
Hey, I'm working on it. But this O1 thing has got me wondering if I've been wrong about coding this whole time.
So we've all heard about AI, like GPT-4, right? I mean, writing pretty much anything you can think of. Novels, poems, scripts, you name it.
But this O1, it's on a whole other level. And it all comes down to this deep reasoning.
It sounds kind of intimidating, doesn't it? So what does that actually mean?
It's a total game changer, that's for sure. Think about it this way. GPT-4, it's like the master of language patterns, right? It picks up on those patterns and then churns out some seriously creative stuff. But O1, this is where it gets really cool, because O1 takes it a step further.
It doesn't just write, it understands.
Yes. It understands those complex connections and it actually uses logic.
Yeah.
It's like GPT-4 can write a sonnet, which is amazing, don't get me wrong, but O1 can analyze an entire legal case and predict the outcome.
Wow, so you're telling me it's not just about crunching data, it's actually like thinking things through? Exactly. Deep reasoning is about O1 making actual judgments, deductions. Like, imagine comparing two massive legal documents. A human, it'd take us forever, right? But O1, it could pick out the key differences in just minutes. Think of the implications, like faster and even fairer legal outcomes for everyone.
Now that you mention it, I remember reading in the article something about O1 coming in different versions.
It does.
It's kind of like choosing the right tool from your toolbox, or maybe a scalpel versus a Swiss Army knife.
That's a great analogy. You've got O1 Preview, which is like the heavy-duty version. When you need broader world knowledge, like for that legal analysis we were talking about, that's when you bring out the big guns. Then there's O1 Mini, still super powerful in its own right, but more budget-friendly. Like, say a student stuck on a really tough math problem. O1 Mini can totally be their secret weapon.
Okay, so having that cost-saving option is huge, especially if it makes this kind of amazing tech available to everyone. But let's talk about real-world impact. This isn't just some theoretical thing, right? I mean, the article specifically mentioned stuff like software development, legal work, even scientific research. I almost can't even wrap my head around it.
I know, right? It's mind-blowing. Picture this. A scientist, buried in data, trying to pinpoint the tiniest little markers for a disease. It's tedious work. But O1 can blast through all that data crazy fast, freeing up the scientist to think about the bigger picture, the why behind the data. That's where the breakthroughs happen.
It's like O1 eliminates all the boring stuff.
Exactly. Or imagine a lawyer, right? They've got to research precedents for a case. Mountains of case law to go through could take weeks. But O1, it can analyze years and years of that stuff in like the time it takes to grab a coffee.
That's insane. And then there's this whole other thing about O1 being behind GitHub Copilot, this tool that helps you write better code. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. How does that even work?
It's wild, right? Imagine you're coding, and it's like having an AI pair programmer right there with you, making suggestions. Copilot, powered by O1, looks at your project, figures out your coding style, and then suggests lines of code, even whole blocks of code. It's like having a super-powered coding buddy whispering solutions in your ear.
This has been a lot to take in, and I can already feel the wheels turning up here. But it begs the question, if we have AI that can handle all this heavy lifting, what's left for us humans to do?
I think that's the most exciting part. O1 isn't about replacing us. It's about, like, supercharging our abilities. Think about all the potential if we're suddenly not bogged down with these tedious tasks.
It's like we're all getting a brain upgrade.
Exactly. We can finally tackle those big, complex questions we never had time for before.
So if O1 can take care of research, analysis, all that, what amazing problems could we be solving with all that free brain power? It's almost a little intimidating, isn't it?
The possibilities are endless.
That's something to think about.